You ever notice how easy it is to say, "I'll do it tomorrow," or "I'll start once I feel better," or maybe, "Right now I'm tired, I'll handle it later"? These tiny excuses slip into our minds almost unnoticed, and before we realize it, our whole life starts running on them. We move from one excuse to the next, like we're driving in circles with no destination. So here's the real question. Why do we surround ourselves with excuses? And more importantly, how do we break free before they steal years of our life? Here's the truth. Successful people aren't superheroes. They don't have more hours in a day. They're not magically smarter. They just cut out excuses. And they practice discipline. That's it. That's the game changer. Think about someone you know who always seems to achieve more. They don't necessarily work longer hours, but they move forward. They grow. They succeed. The secret isn't luck, it's discipline. The ability to say, "No excuses, I take responsibilities." Let's make this practical. What if you shifted from excuses to responsibility? It starts with a mindset shift. Stop blaming your childhood. Stop blaming your circumstances. Stop blaming money, education, or lack of time. Instead say, "My life is my responsibility. If I want to change, I have to change." It feels tough, but it's actually freeing. Because if everything is someone else's fault, you're powerless. But the moment you take a responsibility, you hold the power to create something new. Here's proof. Many people hit rock bottom and stay there, but some say, "Enough. This is on me." They pick up books, they find mentors, they work harder than ever, and slowly, their entire path changes. That's step one, full responsibility. Every excuse you drop opens a new possibility. But responsibility alone isn't enough. You need structure. That's where the 7-step method comes in. Step 1. Set a specific goal. Not, "I want to lose weight." Say, "I want to lose 15 pounds in 3 months. Step 2. Write it down. A thought is a wish. A written goal is a commitment. Step 3. Set a deadline. A dream without a timeline is just floating in space. Step 4. Make a list of everything you'll need. Obstacles, resources, skills, steps. Step 5. Organize that list by priority. What matters most? What moves the needle first? Step 6. Take action immediately. Don't wait for perfect. Do something. Anything. And step 7. Do something every single day that moves you closer. Small steps compound into massive change. Sounds simple? It is, but simple works. Now let's go deeper. Where do most excuses come from? Fear. Fear of failure. Fear of judgment. Fear of losing money. Fear of embarrassment. Here's how you beat fear. Use a disaster report. Step 1. Name the fear. Be specific. Step 2. Imagine the worst-case scenario. Usually it's not as bad as your brain makes it. Step 3. Plan how you'd recover. Suddenly the fear looks smaller. Step 4. Take practical steps to prevent the worst case. When you do this, fear shrinks, and you realize you can handle it. Fear never disappears completely. But discipline means acting in spite of fear. That's the difference. Discipline is also the key to growth. Think about Blockbuster. They refused to adapt, now they're gone. Success requires constant improvement. The same goes for your life. Career, health, relationships. The moment you stop improving, you start declining. So how do you stay focused? Use the ABCD method. A. Must-do tasks. If you skip them, serious consequences follow. Do these first. B. Should-do tasks. Important but not urgent. C. Nice-to-do tasks. Netflix, scrolling, fun stuff. Do them last. D. Delegate. Tasks others can handle for you. E. Eliminate. Distractions that don't matter. Follow this method. And "I'm too busy" becomes a weak excuse. And finally, let's talk health. Because if you lose health, nothing else matters. Cut out the 3 big enemies. Sugar, salt, white flour. Yes, it's tough. But discipline means choosing long-term strength over short-term comfort. And discipline isn't just health or money. It's also relationships. Stop saying, "I'll call them later." Do it now. Forgive. Let go. Because excuses create regrets, discipline creates freedom. The easy road of excuses it never leads to success. The harder road of discipline, it transforms your life. So say no to excuses. Say yes to responsibility. And watch how fast your life begins to shift. Most people underestimate the power of small daily actions. We look at successful people and imagine they took one giant leap. But the truth, they built success one small step at a time, repeated day after day. That's something you can do too. Think about this. If you improve just 1% every day, by the end of the year, you'll be 37 times better. That's the math of compounding. Tiny actions stack up into massive transformation. But the opposite is also true. One excuse a day compounds into years of wasted potential. This is why consistency matters more than intensity. The most successful people aren't always the smartest. They're the ones who refuse to break the chain of daily progress. Perfection? That's just another excuse. People say, I'll start once I can do it perfectly. But perfect never comes. Progress beats perfect every single time. Now let's talk about a trap we all fall into: procrastination. You've got something important to do, and suddenly, your kitchen needs cleaning, or you need just 5 more minutes on your phone. Procrastination is fear in disguise. We avoid the work because it's uncomfortable, and then we invent stories to justify it. Here's how you beat it. It's called Eat That Frog. The frog is your hardest, ugliest task. Do it first. Don't warm up with easy stuff. Don't delay. Once it's done, everything else feels lighter. If you avoid it, the weight of that task drains you all day. So ask yourself, what's your frog? That tough call, that business idea, that workout, whatever it is, do it first. Another trick, the 2-minute rule. If a task takes less than 2 minutes, do it immediately. Don't write it down. Don't schedule it. Just do it. Because starting is the hardest part. And once you start, momentum takes over. But let's get honest. At the root of procrastination is lack of clarity. When you don't know what matters most, everything feels urgent. So you bounce between distractions, pretending to be busy, but not moving forward. That's where prioritization comes in. Every morning, write your list. Find your A task, the one thing that moves life forward. Do that before anything else. No emails, no scrolling, no distractions, just the A task. If you only did that one thing every day, your life would still improve. Now let's look at emotional excuses. These are sneaky. I'm too tired. I'm not in the mood. I'll wait until I feel inspired. But emotions are temporary. Results are permanent. Athletes don't wake up excited to train every day. Writers don't always feel inspired to write. Entrepreneurs don't always feel brave, but they act anyway. And here's the irony. Action creates motivation. You don't wait to feel ready. You start and the feeling follows. Another emotional excuse, fear of judgment. We hesitate because we worry what others will think. But 10 years from now, whose opinion will matter more? The people who laughed at you, or the fact you never tried? Every innovator was judged. Every leader was doubted. Excuses keep you safe, but stuck. Now let's talk money. Excuses run wild here. I can't save because I don't earn enough. I'll invest when I have more. It's impossible in this economy. Yes, challenges are real, but excuses keep you trapped because you can start no matter where you are. Rule 1. Pay yourself first. Before bills, before extras. Save something. Even if it's $5, the habit matters more than the amount. Next, track your spending. Most people are shocked when they see where their money actually goes. It's not deprivation, it's alignment. Spend on what truly matters. Cut the rest, then invest. Yes, it feels risky, but doing nothing is the bigger risk. Inflation eats your savings. Opportunities pass you by. Start small. Educate yourself. Put money into index funds, or into your skills, or a side hustle. Every step builds freedom. Excuses about money delay freedom. Discipline with money creates freedom. But it's not just money. Excuses sneak into relationships too. I'm too busy to call. I'll spend time with them later. I'll apologize tomorrow. But relationships are built on daily action. Waiting is just another way of saying it doesn't matter. So here's the test. Think of someone you love. Now imagine losing them tomorrow. What would you regret not doing? Do that now, because tomorrow isn't guaranteed. Now, back to health, because without it, nothing else matters. Excuses say, I don't have time. But if you don't make time for health now, you'll be forced to make time for illness later. 10 minutes of movement today saves years of suffering later. And it doesn't take a gym. Walk outside. Do push-ups at home. Stretch. Move. Excuses make health complicated. Discipline keeps it simple. Another big excuse. Age. I'm too old to start. But look around. People run marathons in their 70s, launch businesses in their 60s, go back to school in their 50s. Age is not the problem. Excuses are. And finally, the past. People use it as a shield. My parents, my education, my failures. But the past can't be changed. Only today can, and no one is coming to save you. Not parents, not the government, not luck. Excuses keep you waiting. Responsibility gets you moving. Look at immigrants who start with nothing. No money, no connections, limited language, yet many build businesses, buy homes, send kids to college. How? No excuses, just discipline. And here's the final piece, learning. Knowledge is everywhere now. Podcasts, books, online courses. Saying, I don't know how, isn't valid anymore. Read 10 pages a day. That's 12 books a year. 100 books in a decade. Imagine the growth. Excuses say, I don't have time. Discipline says, I'll find 10 minutes. That's transformation. When you look at the lives of people who achieved incredible success, you'll notice something surprising. It's not that they had fewer excuses. In fact, many of them had more obstacles than most of us ever will. The difference? They didn't live by excuses. They lived by commitments. Take any great athlete, any entrepreneur, any leader. Every single one faced moments where quitting made sense. Injuries, bankruptcies, failures, rejection, embarrassment. But they kept going. Not because it was easy, but because discipline meant more to them than comfort. And that's the decision you face right now. You're standing at a crossroads. Down one path lies excuses. It's easy, it's comfortable, but it leads to a life that looks fine on the outside, yet feels empty inside. Down the other path lies discipline. It's harder, it demands effort, but it leads to growth, freedom, and pride. Which path do you want? Now, let's get practical. Because speeches sound nice, but what matters is what you do tomorrow morning. Here are simple disciplines you can start today. First, wake up with intention. Don't grab your phone. Don't drown in other people's priorities. Take 10 minutes in silence. Set your goals. Remind yourself why they matter. Second, move your body. Even 15 minutes clears your mind, boosts energy, strengthens discipline. Third, set non-negotiable priorities. Pick 1 or 2 things that must get done. Do them first. Fourth, practice gratitude. Write down 3 things you're thankful for. Gratitude destroys excuses. It shifts your focus from scarcity to abundance. Fifth, save and invest consistently, even if it's small. Build the habit. Money becomes your servant, not your master. Sixth, keep learning. Read, listen. Feed your mind wisdom, not noise. Seventh, reflect at night. Ask, did I live by discipline or by excuses today? No judgment, just honesty. That awareness creates growth. Notice something. None of this is complicated. None of it requires massive resources. It's all within your control, which means the only thing between you and a better life is whether you'll let excuses win. Now, let's expose one of the biggest lies excuses whisper. I'll start tomorrow. Tomorrow is their favorite hiding place, because tomorrow feels safe. Tomorrow promises more time, more motivation. But tomorrow is an illusion. When tomorrow comes, the same excuses show up again, and before you know it, a year passes, then 5, then a decade. The truth, you only ever have today, right now, this moment. Discipline is not about tomorrow. It's about what you do today. And yes, you'll stumble. Everyone does. The difference is, disciplined people don't turn slip-ups into identities. They miss one workout and get back on track. They overspend and budget again. They argue and make it right. Excuses turn mistakes into permanent roadblocks. Discipline turns them into lessons. Think of it like steering a ship. If you drift off course, you don't abandon the journey. You adjust the wheel and keep moving forward. That's discipline. And here's the paradox. Discipline creates freedom. Discipline your money, gain financial freedom. Discipline your body, gain health freedom. Discipline your time, gain freedom to focus on what matters. Excuses promise freedom now, but chain you later. Discipline feels like chains now, but sets you free forever. Now imagine your life 5 years from today. Version 1. You keep making excuses. You keep waiting for tomorrow. Where are you? Probably stuck, frustrated, regretful. Version 2. You choose discipline. You start today. You keep going, even when it's hard, day after day. Where are you now? Stronger, freer, more confident, surrounded by opportunities you built yourself. That's the power of small choices, compounded over time. So, here's the truth. You'll never regret discipline, but you will regret excuses. Excuses feel good now, but they burn in hindsight. Discipline feels hard now, but it glows in memory. So next time an excuse whispers, pause, ask, is this truth or just an excuse? If it's an excuse, drop it. Replace it with action, even a small one. Because small actions, repeated daily, create transformation. You are stronger than your excuses. You are capable of more than you think. The life you want is on the other side of discipline. And the best part? You don't need to wait. You can start right now. So take a deep breath. Push aside the excuse. Act, because your future is waiting. And excuses,